Alright guys, welcome back to Bwoyatingz podcast. I don't know, my name is Bwoyatingz. Remember, before I get into the video, like, share, comment, subscribe, send it to a friend them. Remember, we're on the road to 50K, right? So I do appreciate that. Also remember my radio show on News Talk 93 FM every single Tuesday night, 8 to 11 p.m. Alright, so for this episode, we're gonna have Khalia Hall, Miss Jamaica World 2021. We're gonna be speaking to her about her reign as the current Miss Jamaica World. We're gonna also be talking to her about, well, she made a statement saying that she felt like she disappointed Jamaica of the legacy of actually placing well in the Miss World pageant for 2021-2022. We're talking to her about that, talking to her about mental health and everything Khalia Hall, basically. Before we get into the episode, remember, Drive Unique Cars on Instagram, go ahead and follow them. Easter is here and the country open up. When the Prime Minister say, we're open, so we're open, right? So, go and get your vehicles. Remember, they have cars, they have vans, they have minibuses, minivans, all sorts of things, Benz, limousine, everything in one, right? You can use the code Bwoyatingz and get 10% off discounts on all vehicles, any vehicle that you want. Big foreign people, if you now come to Jamaica, remember, the vehicle them can pick it up at the airport. So just book it, or you can go on driveuniquecars.com to book. So you're gonna see all the vehicles, available dates, and the prices actually, right? So Drive Unique Cars. And for any YouTubers who are watching, if you go ahead and follow, send me a screenshot that you're following Drive Unique Cars, and I'll shout you out on the next episode. So let's get right into it. All right, guys, welcome back to Bwoyatingz podcast. You know, so while I did the introduction, you kind of got a feel of who my guest is, and she's right here. This Khalia Hall, Miss Jamaica World 2021.
2021.
2021. Well, nice. Well, congratulations, firstly, on that.
Thank you.
Yes, man. And girl, beautiful, and all these things in person too. You understand? So I met you on a mental health forum that we did for Immaculate Conception High.
Yes.
And I don't know, it's like, so I didn't really get into knowing you, right? And then we're on the platform. I said, but you said something that resonated in me. And we're going to kind of get into it, you know, in the episode where you were kind of talking about kind of feeling like you might not live up to the expectations of Jamaica and yourself as it relates to the past Miss Jamaica World and things like that. And that resonated in my mind because I'm like, looking at, unlike a Miss Jamaica World, you maybe say, no man, them have it all together. Them not have no other thought in the world, but yes, when I got this. And to hear somebody of your magnitude, you know, say that, it's sort of like, well, you're a human being. Although we don't say a human being, but you know, still. And I think that we're speaking before we actually come on the camera, and I was saying a lot of us, we do that. We create these things in our mind that, oh my God, you know, what if I don't do well? Or what if this doesn't happen? So, you know, I was very happy that you said that, and from come off of the thing, I have to get you on the show. Right? So, you know, thank you so much for being here.
Yes, no, I'm happy to be here.
I do appreciate it.
And I'm happy
so
we
much.
met.
Don't you? Can you imagine?
If we never met on the forum,
then would even be here.
Exactly.
That is so true. All right, so Khalia.
Yes.
So, you know, my viewers know that I love to do my research, and I did a little bit.
The proper research.
Right.
I've heard.
Right. So you're from Prairie in St. Anne. And from what I know, Prairie is very rural.
Relatively. I mean,
rural.
in St. Anne, you have Ochi, and then you have the more rural parts.
Yeah.
And I would say Prairie is
What
on
me call
the
the whole
more...
of St. Anne Ochi. I call the whole of Ochi, I'm sorry.
It's true. I still call it Ochi. I say I go to
Weird.
Ochi,
Yeah.
even though it's not Ochi.
So Prairie is relatively rural.
It's near the beach. It's up on a hill. It's not like countryside bush, but I would say it's country still.
Okay, but then how did you get here now? 25 years old, well, 26 now, 26 years old, Miss Jamaica World, coming from Prairie St. Anne, and you are a very outdoorsy type of girl, right? Kind of tomboyish, right? So pageantry is very prim and proper and nice and decent and all of that excitement, but you were a tomboyish.
I was, and that's the biggest change I always tell people I had to make is I never wore makeup. If I was going on the road, I would have just wrap up my hair in a bun, throw on a t-shirt and jeans out the door. And now I have to be a little more conscious, you know? I have to put on a little makeup, probably put on a nice outfit. So that took some adjusting, the whole carrying yourself a certain way. And I'm appreciative of it because I see the value in carrying yourself a certain way. You know, first impressions matter.
Last, believe me. But then you like the whole, well, you said that when your father used to pick you up from school, you used to jump in at the back of the pickup van.
Oh, you know that?
See? Research.
Oh, you know that?
So you jump in at the back of the pickup van, and you used to like them type of something, and you liked going to the beach and all of that. I can't really see you doing that, though, you know. Well, the beach thing I can see.
I still have that in me, I will still climb a mango tree.
I can't climb a tree.
Cut up myself. I have a burn here right now and cut. So I still have it in me, but
I can't even climb.
You can't?
No, I can't climb
tree.
So
when mango season come, what are you going to do?
I get somebody to pick them for me.
Fair enough.
I can't ride bicycle.
I can pick them for you.
Well, see there? See, I love that. But then, how did that transition happen? Like, was it because of the pageant? That you kind of was like, all right, I can't stop climbing the tree them now and ride the bicycle. or
well, I wouldn't say I've been climbing trees and riding bicycles for the past 26 years. But, you grow out of certain things. But definitely the transition into a bit more glamour happened through Miss Jamaica World.
What high school you went to?
Campion College.
Come on, man. Oh, I didn't know. I had in my mind Hamptons, Campion, or Hillel.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Campion, see?
Yeah. Good guess.
Yeah. All right. So going to Campion, how was that though? Like, were you like a shy and reserved student, or were you like outgoing and outspoken like I was? Coming to chat enough, hence the podcast. Were you like a shy student, or people didn't know you, the popular them because something?
I'd say a balance. So I would describe myself as a people pleaser when I was in high school. I was very conscious of what other people thought about me. And I was outgoing, meaning I had a good social life and I would chat enough and bust joke and everything. But I had a very shy side as well that some people may not have even realized. But I realized very much when I entered Miss Jamaica World. And I had to, stand up in front of people and speak all of a sudden that it was difficult for me. So,
do you think that because of, well, when you were growing up, your father, he didn't allow you to have cable? So the man did say, girl, have to know our outside smell, because nowadays, none of them people don't know about outside and at all. So, like, how did that contribute to you now being 26-year-old Khalia? How did that aspect of your life contribute to all of this?
I think I appreciate just being present more, and I'm aware of when I become very distracted. So recently, I'm going to admit, we were on a mental health forum the other day and speaking a lot about social media, but I have been spending a lot more time on social media, and I'm very, very conscious of it. I realize how it affects my mental health.
Yes, all of us.
And I can pull away from that. I don't watch TV. I don't really watch Netflix, and I don't have cable TV still. I have a TV. Yes.
So you watch?
I don't watch TV.
So you just have a TV?
It's just there, off.
I mean, I don't even have a TV in my room anyways. Like, I don't really watch TV like that.
I prefer YouTube.
Well,
I love MTM, stuff like that.
Big up MTM family. Exactly. Yeah. All right, so then you moved to Kingston?
I did. For high school, I boarded in Kingston for 7 years.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
So Campion now is very prim and proper, though. Like Campion, because I went to JC.
Oh, okay.
And I went to JC. It's not like JC when you were at Campion. That is kind of more nice. My days of JC.
You're talking about the JC.
Yeah, like JC, right? But, Campion students have always had this thing about them that is kind of just, my absence. And I'm not going to really mix and mingle, right? Bookwork and all of that. So that transitioned into you now being 26. I kind of think that kind of molded your personality. Yes.
Definitely. But I would also say in high school, coming from country to town.
Country to town.
No, literally. My parents said that's when I became shy. It was when I went to high school. And it was going back to what I said about being a people pleaser. It was like I was trying to tone down the countryness in me and fit in.
Yeah.
So maybe I used to say borderline and I had to start to say skip the line. And like,
That's skipping the line. Yeah.
I don't know if this is too much information, but like, instead of saying poop, I had to start saying fart.
Right. Because of the cultural differences, really and truly.
Yeah.
And I tell people this all the time, that like living in other parts of Jamaica and not Kingston, and when you come to Kingston, it starts to like, wait, what are they saying? Yes. Why are they pronouncing these words like this? Like, why are they using these words instead of this? Yeah. So I can kind of understand that. But then you left Campion and you went to where?
To Manchester, in England. Yes.
Oh.
So that's where I studied engineering.
No girl have master's degree in mechanical engineering, right? Looking at you, Khalia, I would not have thought that at all. I'd maybe think medicine, maybe law. Why engineering?
Based off of the subjects I like, which is what we can really go off of. Chem, physics, math, those were my subjects, especially math. I really, really loved math. So I just went with what I liked. I know a lot of people don't like math.
I hate those subjects, all those subjects that you just listed. Me hate them bad.
I wish I could have taken a piece of my knowledge.
Arts? Well, no. Like, I like the business subjects and I like communication, but I don't know, chemistry, math. Okay, so then you chose that course because of the subjects that you actually liked.
Yes.
But the masters in mechanical engineering, like, wasn't it hard though?
It was difficult, but challenging in a good way. You know, a good challenge. Sometimes I look back, people think I'm crazy, but sometimes I look back at university and think, wow, you know, I kind of miss sitting down and preparing for exams and, you know, teaching myself things that I might not have understood so well from lectures. So it was a good type of difficult.
But then why London though?
England, because I have citizenship through my father, thank God. I'm blessed.
Talk truth. Yeah.
And Europe, I love Europe. It was out of America and Europe, and I didn't get through to certain universities I wanted to go to in America. Yeah. So I went the route of Europe,
And you liked it?
Definitely. Yeah. Culturally rich. I always tell people you're surrounded by Italy, Spain, Greece, Netherlands versus an American state surrounded by other American states. Yeah. So, no man, it was good.
So then you moved back to Jamaica?
I did.
After completing your studies?
Right before COVID, just in time for COVID.
Wow. So then you moved back to Jamaica, so that was like 2019?
End of 2019. Yes.
Okay, and then you entered the pageant now in 2021.
Yes.
So coming back to Jamaica, did you even have that on your mind at the end of 2019, entering 2020, that I want to be Miss Jamaica World?
None of that.
So how did that even come about?
I always had it in the back of my mind. I tell people, I think as young girls, it's normal to look up to Miss Jamaica World, especially when...
Lisa and Yen
yes, exactly. And they become such reputable people in the country. And so I always looked up to them in that way. And my mother is a big pageant fan, so she was always like, Khalia, you know, why you do enter
in the pageant?
It's like she wanted to live it through me. But I would say, when was it? The competition was 2021. 2020. I'd say maybe towards the end of 2020, I said, you know what? I think next year I'm going to enter it. And that came from, you missed that part of the story, but the whole reason to me coming back to Jamaica was to start up a plant-based food business. So I cook now.
Well, I was going to go back to that.
Engineering.
So we'll go to that part. You spoke about your mother, and I heard that your mother came from very humble beginnings. Very, 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 very humble.
She did, yeah.
And through school and all of that, you know, she became the woman that she is today. She also instilled some of those morals in you to be very, very humble and to trust in God and praying and all of that. Do you still carry those values like today?
Every single day. My mother is someone who, I don't know if all Jamaican mothers are like this, but they call and they say the same thing they said yesterday. And even on the phone call, they say one thing 5 times. Yes. So there's no way I can forget. Every single day she reminds me. And no, she's really the reason I am the way I am in terms of humility, I would say. It's something people always say to me. She's taught me that no one is above anyone else. I watched her interact with, you know, she went to the markets and she just talked to people like they're her friends. You know, she'd wind down her window and interact with everyone. So I do the same in my life.
Wow, I love that. And she's a role model.
Definitely.
So to say, yeah.
Definitely. She's going to be very happy to hear this. She'd love get mentioned. And
well, big up mommy. Big up mommy.
All the time.
So then so 2020, you decided that, oh, maybe I should try the pageant thing.
Yes.
So when you actually signed up, did you even think that you would have been here? The winner.
I'm not going to lie. I felt confident that I could do it. The local pageant. Because that's the goal, right? You want to win the local pageant so that you can go abroad. So I felt confident in that. I, wrote down my affirmations. I spoke about this. It was up on the wall. I am Miss Jamaica World 2021.
Yeah.
And I had the belief, but it was very difficult, I can tell you.
How so?
Because of the shyness. That was my biggest challenge. It was negative thought cycles. The people who are a part of the Miss Jamaica World organization, that was their criticism towards me. It's like, Khalia, we can see it on your face when you're walking and you're not sure, or you know, we see it on your face. Don't show it. We can see that you're thinking all these things. So that was something to overcome for sure.
So preparing for a pageant of that magnitude now, you know, I would expect that you go through speech training, the heels thing, the stance, you know, all of that, your interactions, all of that excitement. How was that on you though, like mentally and physically?
It was exciting.
It was exciting.
It was exciting because it's personal growth. It's you working on yourself through this platform. So no man, it was good. I worked with Simone, Clark Cooper, Fabian Thomas.
Man.
You love Simone.
Listen to me, man. Simone, love. I saw Simone yesterday as well. Yeah, love Simone bad. So then you worked with all these people.
Yes.
So the night of now, you were nervous, I'm sure.
This is for the local pageant?
Yes, the local pageant.
Yes.
Say nervous bad.
I think my attitude going into it is what made me perform well. So I think the day before the competition, put down my phone, nothing. I said, I'm not opening social media. I don't want to see anything that's going to throw me off. And I think it really set the tone for the day. I woke up, clear mind, positive thoughts, you know, just focused on what was happening, organizing everything, getting ready for the show. And so in between things, it was just moving so quickly.
Yeah.
It was, you know, the walk, the question. I remember when question and answer came with Simone, I was sitting there and she asked the question and I thought, oh, this is it.
Yeah.
This is the question, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't notice until I was in the moment.
Yeah.
So I don't remember feeling crazy nervous. It was a very calm and present feeling.
So then what was the all right, like, so for me personally, right? I'm big on support. Big on support. You know, I support my friends through anything, friends and family. Even if I might not, in my mind, this is not the best decision for you, I'm going to support you. Okay. Because if this is what you want to do, and you can say, Kareem, this is something that I'm really interested in, I'm going to support you. Your support system, obviously, your mother, obviously, your family. What about your friends? Like, did you feel that, like, oh my God, them really and truly want me for winning? Yes?
Yeah. No, I felt the support and I think that's so important. There's one person in my family, who won't mention the name, who wasn't supportive initially. And it really broke me down. Saw it as something superficial that didn't have real purpose, maybe even a waste of time, and directly told me, I think your chances of winning are very low. And it really hurt me.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, I cried. And it's hard when it's coming from somebody who's very close to you. But I think my mommy's motivation just made up for all of that. That's how supportive she is.
Wow. And then you won.
Yes.
So now you're the winner. That night that they called your name, Khalia Hall, Miss Jamaica World 2021. Walk us through those emotions, because I couldn't even ask, like, I couldn't even think in my mind, what could you have possibly been going through at that moment? I don't see a ball, I don't see you're supposed to want to run up and down and scream, but you have to kind of hold your composure, right? Yes. But how was that though? Like that moment, like, oh my God, I'm the winner.
It was overwhelming. If you watch the video, you can tell I'm fighting to not cry. Yeah. I'm biting my lips and putting on a smile, but behind that, I'm really emotionally just overwhelmed.
Yes.
It was a very happy moment because it's like everything came back around full circle, and then the person who told me I couldn't, it was like, ha.
See, I did it. I did it.
I did it.
One of the best thing that I like to see when they're crowned a winner is the other women coming and hugging and clapping and cheering, the support from the other ladies. How is that? Because I do understand that it's a competition. So me I go on for win, right? And I can be happy for you that you're the winner also. But you know, some people are not really too happy and they're going to say, why couldn't it be me? But how's the support from the other ladies in the competition?
It was good.
It was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
As soon as the cameras, did their thing, and I did my first walk as Miss Jamaica World, and I came back. It was just open arms, hugs, backstage. Yeah. We all, I think because we all went through it and we saw the growth in each other, it didn't really matter the results. We benefited from the experience. So. Okay,
and now you're crowned Miss Jamaica World 2021. What happens after the pageant? Because people just feel like, say, you just win, you just go up and look at interviews, like a media trail, you have on your crown, the sash, all of the things, they don't really know that you guys actually work.
Yes.
So you're like an ambassador now for Jamaica.
Right.
So you're involved in a lot of charities and things like that. Okay, so what goes on? So is it the day after them call and say, well, time to get to work? Or you kind of get a little break and a little rest afterwards?
I had a little break.
Yeah.
Maybe 1-2 weeks even. I had a 6-week prep period for Miss World. And a lot of that time was focused on preparing for Miss World. Because it was such a short period. There were girls who won maybe all the way in January and they had the whole year to prepare. And I had just a little over a month. So there was talent I had to prepare, intro video on top of just interviewing skills and speech, as I said, with Simone. So it was mostly prep, a little bit of charity, but mostly prep for Miss World.
Okay.
And to add to what you were saying, even when people see you just dressing up nice and putting on a sash and showing up, they think it doesn't take effort. But you understand it takes effort to be present and,
and to be on point, yes, and to be on point. And no matter what you're going through, you have to be mentally ready and literally perform because it's like a performance. And I know that you can't answer this, but you know what? No.
You don't want me there.
No. We're not going back. Right.
I don't know what you're going to ask, but
no, I won't get any more problems. Okay, so preparing for Miss World. Yes. And you said it was what? Like 6 weeks?
6 weeks. Exactly 6 weeks.
And it was held in Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
How was that now? So I've read or saw or heard that this is your first time now in another like Caribbean island. But then the cultural differences and also the lightness. How was Puerto Rico? Just entering now, although yes, it's for pageantry and all of that, but just you personally, how was that?
Time of my life.
Time of your life.
Honestly. Yeah. I think Puerto Rico was great, being in Puerto Rico was great. The Spanish, the culture, which I could also relate to because Jamaica is so close to it. But it was really the girls who were there. Because can you imagine one representative from 90 odd countries all over the world in the same place? You're eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner with them. You're sharing a room with them. You're spending time with them throughout the day. So there was a lot of learning. We got very close. I felt like I had been friends with them for so long. And, you're just learning so much about their culture. Somebody might break down. You help them out. And it was a wonderful experience. We still have our WhatsApp chats
really?
To this day.
I was about to ask you that. Yeah. Okay, nice.
I keep in touch.
So then you're in Puerto Rico for how long? About a month?
A month.
And what is that month for? Like, what are you really doing? Like, just training, things like that?
So it was activities, sightseeing around Puerto Rico to promote the country because that was also a big part of it, to promote the tourism there, as well as challenges. So we had, the fitness challenge, talent, or head-to-head challenge, or interviews. And I think the month was important to allow the judges an opportunity to get to know us because maybe a week in, they would get to know us to this point. But I think after a month, you can see who starts to break, who can manage the intensity of the work. And so, yes, it was just a getting to know us process.
Yeah, love that. No, so as I said in the intro, that you stated that you in your mind was thinking that I might let down my country, or what if I don't perform to the best of also your ability, but also for the expectations of everybody else. Because we know, say, when I Miss World or Miss Universe, once it's a Jamaican representative, the wall with them on social media, we're watching the pot cover, the flag, them, everything, put on green and black, gold, everybody, bandana, everything. What went through your mind and why were you thinking in that moment that, hey, what if it is that I'm not, I wouldn't say good enough, but I don't live up to those expectations?
I wouldn't say I thought that before I went there or while I was there. I was pretty positive going into it. I remember a lot of people asking me before I went, because I don't know if you know, but the current, no more, but the previous Miss World was Jamaica, Tony and Singh.
For about 10 years.
Yeah,
longest reigning Miss World. So, the longest reigning Miss World, right?
Yeah, so the people kept asking like, oh, do you feel a pressure to live up to that expectation? And honestly, at the time, I didn't. It was like, I can only be Khalia. I can't be Tonian. I'm not I'm not a singer like she is. I'm other things. I have other traits. Exactly. Yeah. And so I just went into it being myself. That's all I could be, being my best self and my most confident self. And I felt I did that. I felt very proud of my performance over there. But it was when the results came out that I felt this heavy weight of disappointing Jamaica, because Jamaica has performed so well over the years. We've held the Caribbean Queen of Beauty, because each continent wins a crown, for I think 4 consecutive years, and maybe it skipped a year and then we had it before that. So when I didn't even place top 40, it was a horrible moment for me, because I had let down. In my mind, I had let down Jamaica.
Wow. You know what? Take a break. All right, so we took a break. And so you were saying that you felt like you disappointed Jamaica. Like you felt like not placing top 40, you let down your country. But what about you though? Like, because you said Jamaica a lot, like I let down Jamaica. And I understand that. But did you feel like you disappointed yourself?
Okay, that's interesting. To an extent, there were 2 parts. It was how I felt, and then how I felt about Jamaica. You know, it was 2 different things. Because when I'm over there, I'm not really Khalia anymore. I'm Jamaica. You
Miss Jamaica.
Call you
Miss
by
Jamaica.
Your country.
Yeah.
And so, yes, there was disappointment in myself, but I felt like I had performed well. I gave it my best. I don't know what more I could have done, really. And so it was more like, well, this is the result, and I don't know how people will feel about it. You know, I did what I did. This is the result. What will?
So you kind of felt like us here in Jamaica might be saying you did not perform well enough, because we can be very critical.
I don't know what people are.
We're very critical as a nation. Even our athletes go, all over the world, and they can perform for 10 years straight and won by the race in an Olympic or a World Championship. We're just like, you see, them never train hard enough. So did you feel like we were here saying, well, she never placed top 40, that means that she didn't do well enough? Or you were just like, I did not do enough to perform for my country?
I don't think I gave it that much thought, meaning I wasn't thinking, I wonder what people were thinking inside their heads. But it was just thinking about Jamaica's legacy and the fact that I couldn't, continue that. It was more about.
Well, let me tell you something, Miss Khalia Hall. You're an amazing person, and I'm sure that you did everything to your utmost best, right? And I won't be cliche and say, well, everything happens for a reason, because really and truly, what would have been the reason? But you represented us well, and we're very proud of you, right? Yes, we would be disappointed, not in you, but just in, oh my God, we would have wanted her to place. They never placed, so what we're gonna do?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and what I told myself, I got over it quite quickly. I'd say I had a rough day and a half to 2 days. And then just, conversations with friends and also just with myself to say, Khalia, it's not so much about a sash or a crown, but it's what you do. Because there are people who do have a sash and crown and maybe they don't do much with it. So, and then there are people who don't and they do. And who's remembered, who leaves an impact. And so I told myself, for the rest of my reign, I'm just going to do like everything that I said I was going to do around health advocacy and in general. So
the actual Miss World pageant was a couple of days ago.
Tuesday, I think.
Tuesday,
it was
right.
March 16.
So
was
then
or Wednesday.
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 So then you not being placed in the top 40, you weren't called back to the actual coronation ceremony, right? And where was that held? In Puerto Rico?
Back in Puerto Rico, yeah.
So the actual pageant that got cancelled the day before it was supposed to be aired. How did you go?
So
because you were there for a month.
Yes.
So then what happened?
We did a dress rehearsal the day before. Everything was recorded. Our national costume or silver dresses. We did all the dances and they were recording everything. And then it got postponed right before top 40 announcement. And so they announced, I think it was sometime in January, that only top 40 is coming back, but they're going to air that initial footage that we had. So when they did air it, I was in the intro dance, Jamaica. Yeah. And then they carried on with the live footage.
But then if there was not an actual ceremony, like a physical ceremony, and I do understand, and Khalia, I know that you're going to say, right? Well, they would have known us from the month that we were there, and they can base their judgment on what they saw.
Right.
But how can you make a decision without an actual ceremony? Or you know if it makes sense for you. Or you didn't know?
Because I think that is more important. Meaning a month with someone is more important than a performance on stage.
Right.
Just watching someone walk and smile and pose. Who are they deep down?
Yeah.
So I think they based it off the right thing.
Okay. So then you came back home in Jamaica and you continued your duties as Miss Jamaica World 2021. What charities are you involved in? What are you passionate about, really? I know that you're passionate about health as it relates to what we consume. Now, Khalia, you're a vegetarian for about 4 years now.
Yes. I don't like labels, so but yes.
But you don't really eat meat.
I don't eat meat. I started eating fish recently.
I have to eat meat, Khalia.
No, people always cuss me off. But
yes, I love what you're doing and I love it, but I know like meat have to be a part of my diet. I tell you the truth.
Yeah, which is fine.
So why you made that choice though?
At the time, I was in a situation. I was studying in Singapore.
No, man, you studied.
And I was.
It
was an exchange program, just a 1-year exchange program. And I couldn't cook for myself. I was just buying food from a food court, and I just remember getting sick of the meat. It was very heavy, oily dishes. Like Indian food, Chinese.
Yeah.
Which is nice when you go out to eat it for dinner on a special occasion, but I was having every day. And so I just remember one day feeling sick while eating. And I just stopped. And now if I taste meat, it's too strong. So I feel like I couldn't go back to it just because I'm completely off the taste of it. But also, I mean, I'm not against meat, I just think we should reduce our consumption.
I think so as well,
if you look at a Jamaican plate, it's like rice and a chicken and just a toops of vegetable.
All 4 meat, all 3 meat, and that's Sunday, the people have them bully pot things. And so toops of vegetable, as I say.
The vegetables should be so much more.
Okay, so you're passionate about this.
Yes, that
and
is
cooking.
what I care about. Yes.
What is
on and off.
Okay, so you're cooking now, on and off.
I was cooking full time before Miss Jamaica World, but it takes up a whole lot of time. It's like a one-woman business, and so I've cut it down to more like pop-ups. And what I did / still do is plant-based lunches, and I deliver them because I'm cooking from home.
Really?
Yeah, so it's called Shibumi. It's on Instagram, SHIBUMI, Shibumi.
Okay, so if I want to taste it, can I just message the page and just say, Khalia, send me a dish? Yeah, and we can get it.
On the right week. Since right now I'm just doing pop-ups. But yes, of course.
Shibumi. Okay, so what is the best plant-based meal right now that pops up in your mind that you would recommend for us, or you would say is your best seller?
So the main component of every lunch is the Bwoyatingz. I made up that name.
Okay.
It's like a veggie ball, but I didn't want to call it veggie ball because then people immediately build up a wall like lad veggie ball or what that.
Yeah.
So I just made up a name. I call them Bwoyatingz. They come in different flavors: jerk, curry, Italian.
Is like tofu and something there?
No, beans and like vegetables blended up, formed into a ball, crispy on the outside, full of flavor on the inside.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's beans and vegetables.
But you
blended,
would never guess.
And it tastes like
it just tastes like
a
jerk
ball,
seasoned.
like a nice thing. Okay.
Because I think over almost 90% of my customers are not vegan or vegetarian.
Yeah.
They just want to have something different.
Yeah.
And I think that's how we should see it. You know how some days you say, I feel for this.
Facts.
This could be vegetarian food, but you don't have to label it as that. It's just food.
So Shibumi. Okay, so I'm going to check it out, and I'm going to also tag it in my description box. So if you want to check it out, you can go there, and the pop-ups and all these things. But more on taste it for you.
Yeah, one day. Yeah.
No.
When
Khalia,
we pop up again.
Something, Khalia. I take promises very, very seriously. No.
Me too.
So don't promise me, and then you can't give me the look of food. I want the look of food, right?
I'm the same. I don't like when people say things for saying
Right.
things. Yes.
Okay, so your reign as Miss Jamaica World 2021 is coming to an end when exactly?
Around September. That's when they normally have the competition.
So you have about 6 more months.
Yes.
So for the next 6 months, what will you be doing for us here in Jamaica?
continuing to work around health advocacy. I'm an ambassador for the Heart Foundation of Jamaica. So I worked with them for Heart Month and promoting, you know, all things lifestyle related to prevent certain non-communicable diseases from developing, which we are in control of. That's why I care about it so much, because we're literally causing it to ourselves. It's not just, oh, genetics, my grandma did have it, so me have it too. It's what are you eating on a daily basis? How much are you moving? Are you stressed out at work? Do you need to take some time off?
So it's about our diet and exercising, and also about rest.
Yeah, mental health.
And then we can control that.
Of course. Or our bodies, it's crazy. Our bodies are so magical. Yeah. You get a cut, it heals. You eat something that's poisonous, you throw it out. Yeah. And so our bodies know what to do, but if we're not feeding it the right way or treating it how it should, imagine overworking a machine and it just broke down on you. That's kind of what's happening to us. And so I care about educating people on that, because I don't think we're taught from a young age.
We're not taught at all.
We're exactly.
If we never got doctor school or art school, we don't know nothing about these things. Exactly. I swear to God. So I love that. So we can go on your Instagram and kind of see like some of those work as well.
Yes, on my personal page.
On your personal page.
Right. I do Wellness Wednesdays. I don't know.
Okay, so Wellness Wednesdays now. What is that now?
Every Wednesday I post. Normally a reel, since that's the thing now, Instagram reels.
Oh God, so much things you have to keep up with.
Yeah, and a reel with a recipe or a tip around healthy living and eating. Mostly recipes. People like the recipes. So I've been doing more of that. So
recipes, you have the Heart Foundation thing happening. You have the healthy thing. You also work out.
Yes.
Sometimes, or
you don't see the trend. You want to do
yeah. So you work out, yes, every day, 4 times a week.
No, three to four. Okay. 4 is what I aim for, but.
Okay, I used to be in the gym very often.
Yes.
And then I got injured, and then I restarted my fitness journey with Patrice. I don't know if you saw that video of me falling.
She's training China K too.
Yes. So she was my trainer, and then I fell in the bushes. I don't know if you saw that video.
No, I didn't.
Okay, thank God I didn't see it.
You need to send it.
No, I'm not. And then I restarted to work out. But my thing is, with working out, and you know, thank God, you're like an ambassador now for all things fitness and health. With working out for me is consistency. Because you know, you can literally start working out for like 2 months and you get in there and you have it all going. And because of my schedule and I'm so busy, you stop for like all 2 weeks and then you start back and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to start back over again from square one. Give us some tips onto that, please and thank you. Because health is very important and working out is very, 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 very important for us, both mentally and physically.
Right.
Give us some tips. How can you know, Khalia, that has so many things on your plate, how are you working out 3 to 4 times a week? How you do it?
Okay. Well, I think it depends. Are you working out at home or you have gym membership?
No, I can't work out at home. Because if I work out at home, I do nothing.
Okay, same. I'm the same. I
want somebody in my ear. And you know Patrice is, so she got in her ears. Lift up, run. Right, so I want that.
Yes.
So you prefer not to work out at home?
No. Okay. I think it motivates me more to get out the house. And two things for me right now is, one, I paid my money. So I have to get my money's worth. Yes. Yeah. If the week is going by and I've only been to the gym once, I think to myself, I can't waste my money. I forget in the next 2 days, 2 to 3 days. Another thing is a good workout environment. You know, if you're personal trainer, someone you like spending time with.
Not really. I like spend time with Patrice at all. I'm not telling no lie.
Tell her don't watch this episode.
I don't like spend no time with her, but okay, so that's important also.
Do you have a friend you can go with? Sometimes, you know, just someone to hold you accountable. You want to go this day at this time, and when that day and that time comes around,
a friend call and say hello.
It's not up to you to draw yourself out of the bed. So accountability, getting your money's worth,
and the trainer.
Good workout environment, the trainer, the place, and small steps as well. I'd say don't feel like, yes, I'm going to go to the gym 6 times a week for the whole year. That's my 2022 goal. You know, just if it's 3,
why so like me? Why you talk about me on my own show? Because that is me say, this year I'm gonna start take back the gym serious. Listen,
new year, new me.
And then because of COVID, you know, you gain a lot of weight, and then you're just like, oh my God, and then you kind of think for say, well, it makes sense. Like, should we just continue to eat the little KFC and let's call it a day? Because I already gained weight already, so what got happen? You know, I don't know. Okay, so Great tip. Now, mental health. Quickly, we spoke about this on the forum, and I love that forum so much. And the young ladies of Immaculate Conception, hi, thank you so much for having us. But you are very real as it relates to detaching from social media, which is an important thing that a lot of young people don't realize, that we're so consumed with the content of social media that also aids in the deterioration of our mental health.
Right.
But you said something that I do this a lot, and that is taking breaks. And I don't care what I have to do. I don't care if I have to promote a podcast episode, which is work for me. If my body is telling me that take this day and just watch little Netflix or just go on YouTube and just relax, I'm going to do that. You say you don't like to come on as you wake up and go up on social media.
Yes.
Give us some tips on that too, because some of us have a phone in our hand 24/7. We're consuming, well, like Martin, we're consuming so much content. So we're seeing a lot of different things. But you prefer not to jump on social media, and you prefer also to have like time frames that you come on.
Well, I'm going to be very real with you right now. For the past few weeks, I have not been good. I'm just going to be real with you. I go through periods. Sometimes I'm very good. I find that balance. My mind is clear. You know, when you take time off social media, you just feel you're in a better state. You're not running to distract yourself with things. And then when you get into the cycle of using it too much, all of a sudden, music always have to play. You always have to be watching a video. Like, you can't just be. And so I know the two extremes. I'm currently in the bad side of it. I'm going to be real with you.
Yeah, same.
And we're addicted. I'm going to say, you said, oh, we're consuming a lot of content. It's not that. We are literally addicted.
Yes, we are.
I said to someone the other day, you know what? I'm coming off right now. Came off. About 20 minutes later, I was back on. I was like, I'm back on the app. What is this?
I can relate.
And when you try to pull yourself off of it, it's almost like you're having withdrawal symptoms, as you would with alcohol or another drug. You reach for the phone, you're scrolling like to click the app. And so I think it's accepting that if you are to take time off of it, it's going to be difficult at first. In the same way that coming off drugs is difficult. But just push through, because it will get to a point where it suddenly becomes easier and you reap the benefits of it. So we, in terms of tips, I don't know if you want to get into that. But.
Well, you can. Well, I mean, the tip of not just rolling over and checking your social media, that is the most important thing for me. It's to start the day. It's setting the tone. Do not check it first. Let me look in the camera. Do not check it first thing in the morning. You don't want to wake up and the first thing you see is Kim Kardashian or what that girl who you used to go to high school with did on the weekend. You know, don't look at that first thing in the morning. You read it. Even news, I don't really like to touch first thing in the morning. Same. What I do first thing in the morning.
Yes, tell me.
Yes. So what I do is, I might take up my phone and just glance on my notifications, you know, just in case somebody might have sent something very important, but I'm not opening the apps, right?
Do you have your Instagram notifications turned on?
Yes.
That's dangerous.
It is dangerous. But my phone at night is always on Do Not Disturb. So that is the last notification that I will check. Right? Okay. So what I also do is I start my morning, so I just glance on it, don't open my phone, don't open the apps, and then I start off with like a gospel song or something very uplifting. So I'm gonna start off with that. I'm not gonna say it's a full-blown service all the time, but at least I will say, you know, thank you, God. Say like a quick little prayer, even just for a minute. And then I just started off with that positivity. So when I started with that now, no matter what, I go open my phone now and see. If it's one bill collector, I say, well, I rebuke in the name of Jesus. I'm not have it today, right? I just play my gospel song. Or even just the same thing you said, looking at these people that you might have gone to high schools with or Kim Kardashians or whatever. And it's not about you being jealous or a bad mind, you know. But then you might be in a lull. You might be going down this little path now of depression, or I'm not worthy, I might not be feeling like myself. You might, you know, go to your bed with this on your mind. And let me tell you now how these things work. Because some way, somehow, sometimes you think about some things, as you open your phone, it's it you see. So I am now here thinking that Jesus Christ, you know, things are just not going great for me professionally, personally, whatever. Bam, I open my phone now, me go see now, you go post say, well, I just do this. Mash me up. We're all humans and we need to be honest with ourselves that these things will happen. So that's the reason at least for the first 10 minutes of my day, I don't check my phone. You said there's a time frame that you would try to go on. From you've said that, I've tried to do that. But I can easily detach from social media though.
Okay.
I can easily like just say, well, I'm just not going to be here for a week and just call it a day. But Martin can tell you, yeah, like I can just be like, listen, well, we're not going to have no shows this week because just to promote and just to consume all of that sometimes can be very draining. Yeah. So that helps for me too. I'm gonna go outside open. So yeah.
Open now?
Right. And it doesn't have to be a party, you know, it can just be your own friends.
Of course, that's the best. Yeah. That's the best remedy.
Yeah. I'm not a party person anymore anyway, so yeah.
You don't even have to go out. Ask a friend to come over, go to a friend's house.
Play little games,
down and talk.
Talk. Yeah. So that helps a lot for me personally.
But I agree, pushing the time further, meaning not just saying, oh, don't make it the first thing you consume in the morning, but saying not until 11, 12.
I'm going to try that.
Will I go on social media? That has been the best thing.
I'm going to try that. Okay. So when the 6 months ends in September, do you still have obligations to Jamaica as an ambassador?
I don't. Not unless I want to.
So what are you going to be doing? You're cooking?
I don't know. I
mean, you can cook more often, no?
Yes, but a friend said something to me a few months ago and I asked her, oh, what are you going to be doing 3 months from now? And I'm going to say it to you now, Khalia now couldn't possibly know what Khalia 6 months from now is going to be doing. Because I can go through certain experiences during these 6 months that will, you know, open a new door for me or change my perspective on something. So who knows? I don't know.
Okay. Do you still want to continue like charity things afterwards?
Yes. If even in a small way, and the health thing will always be there. No matter what, if I go back to engineering, whatever, health, food, it will be at the core.
Are you going to really use that master's degree though?
People keep asking.
But I think you're going to really use it today, Khalia, at this point.
People keep asking. Well, who knows? Maybe I am using it. Maybe I'm applying certain things I learned. Maybe not the course material, but the technical side of things. So,
do you want to tell us where we can follow you and all of that? I would love to see you on YouTube doing some of these meals and cooking and more lifestyle things and things like that more often. I think that we're all intrigued. So please look into that as well. I'd appreciate that.
Well.
But just plug your social media
mental notes.
Things. So, yes. Your Instagram page. What is it?
It's Khalia _Hall. So KHALIA _Hall. Don't ask me why my mother put the H in it.
I wonder too. Yes. Yeah. And then for Twitter? No?
I'm not, you know, Instagram is the only thing I can handle
Twitter
right now.
It's very toxic, so don't come over there.
No, I'm glad I'm not on it. And I downloaded TikTok the other day, and I posted like 3, and I said, you know what, Khalia, I can't manage. And
people been telling me to join TikTok.
Oh, you're not on it?
For content reasons, I did join. So I joined.
Because you posted a video, I saw it. You posted a video the other day, though.
Yeah, but then I don't like it. I don't like TikTok because that's just not my personality. Although there are many different aspects of TikTok. Okay. So I'm gonna have to be a comedian and run up and down. But I just think that sometimes you can overuse yourself or, you know, spread your thing. That is it. So I'm already on Twitter and I have a huge presence there and I love Twitter, although it's very toxic. And I'm on Instagram.
Toxic how?
No, oh God, no, Khalia, you know what I'm going at. The opinions? People, them have too much. Listen, you can just post and say, and I've always used the same analogy, I love bananas so much. That's all you said. You're mangophobic. How can you love bananas? See, let's cancel her because she doesn't like oranges.
But people respond to you personally? Like if you post something, people will...
So you can just post your tweet and they would be replying to your tweet. And the thing is, on that app, the more negative comments or responses people see, it gets more attention. So one person just wants to like the match, bam. Everybody else starts, you see, let's cancel her because she hates mangoes. That's just, and it can be as simple as that, believe me.
Them do have a life, Kareem.
Come on, and that's just
if you have time to sit down
and criticize and critique everything that somebody does. It's not like you're saying, I hate mangoes, but I love bananas. You just said, I love bananas. Yeah. So it's very, very toxic over there. So don't come over there. Them twist everything. You could have posted in your dress. Well, you see, when I like that dress, you know, oh, she's Miss Jamaica World and she's wearing this. That's just how they are. They're very negative. Okay. I love and appreciate the ones who support and love and appreciate me. And it's okay to have an opinion. And I've always said this. Social media is about what you think and what you want to post. And you can post whatever you want to. but do not project your own insecurities on me and your own opinions and thoughts on me. And I've always said that I won't be commenting negatively on anybody's thoughts and opinions, even if I might disagree with it. I prefer to call my friend and say, but this is what Khalia did post. I never really like that statement, right? But I'm not going to, especially when everybody else has jumped on you, I'm not going to add fuel to that fire.
And you know how it feels.
Of course, because I'm doing that to me very often when I ask guys. So, so I'm already there, but TikTok is just maybe not for me. So
but you're still on it.
I'm still on it. I don't even scroll. I don't even watch somebody nothing because it's a lot of different content that I'm consuming on a daily basis. And I can't manage it.
Yes.
Like my mental health is so important to me that I just don't want to go and watch different things. And so. I'm
glad you realize. No, you seem to be in a good place in terms of just self-awareness and understanding what you can and can't handle. So, good for you.
So you're only on Instagram?
Yes. Okay. That's all I can manage.
And the YouTube coming soon?
We don't know about that yet.
Khalia, man. I'm going to message you in the next 2 months and to remind you that we spoke about this and I want the YouTube channel.
Okay.
All right? So once again, thank you so much for being here. It was a great conversation. I'm going to make sure I tell her it's not an interview, so we can just speak freely, like we're talking to each other. Thank you for your tips. Thank you for your advice. Thank you for representing Jamaica. And we are proud of you.
Thank you.
No matter if they're never picking at the top 40 or not, we're very proud of you. And you represented us well. And just continue soaring and continue being your best self. Hold everything in your reins and pull it and draw it. Your future is very bright. And there's more for you in store. Man, I'll ask Christ now twice about that. Yeah? The big up yourself.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart. No problem, and thank you for having me on.
Of course. Yeah, man, it's
an honor to carry you.
Don't it? Listen. Right. Let me just say this too. So when the intro was happening and they were reading my bio and Julie Mango, right, bio, Khalia came on now. Remember, no, this is Miss Jamaica World. She's like, I am so honored to be sharing this space with the Kareem. I'm like, hello, Miss. You're Miss Jamaica World. I'm like, hello. You got a big fire and represent Jamaica. What do you mean? But thank you so much for that, though. I do appreciate it and the kind words and all the things. Thank you. And thank you for being here as well.
Thank you.
And if we need you again for anything else, I'm going to be
I'm here.
You.
Yes, I'm a message away.
Yes. Definitely. But thank you once again, guys. This is Bwoyatingz podcast with the Miss Jamaica World 2021, Khalia Hall.
Bye, everyone.